And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Welcome to Sunday's show. Up first, the fire danger graphic here. And again, kind of a little bit of very high fire danger there in the Tanana Valley, just north of the Alaska Range. And then high fire danger extending from the border westward down into the northeastern Kuskokwim Valley. Another area up there where it's been for so long over the Yukon Flats of mostly high fire danger and some moderate areas out here to the west. Kobuk Valley, Kobuk-Selawik Valley, into the Noatak Valley there, where they saw a fair amount of sunshine today in these areas, including the Seward Peninsula, but low fire danger there, and all of southern Alaska and the Panhandle. And up next, satellite imagery showing low pressure that yesterday was just east of Kodiak Island about 24 hours ago, moving northeast and really weakening. Just a trough now along the North Gulf Coast, and still some moisture coming into the Panhandle, mostly clouds now, with the showers really tapering off. Showers continued along the North Gulf Coast today. Clouds up into the north, a lot of clearing, but smoky over the Seward Peninsula, up into the Noatak Valley area in the northwestern valleys. A lot of clouds here over the Bering Sea, weak low in this area, kicking off some showers and areas of light rain there. And today, or yesterday's lightning graphic showed a lot of activity out over the Yukon-Kuskokwim Delta area, and that yesterday brought up to 1.5 inches of rain at St. Mary's, and Russian Mission picking up over 1/2 inch of rain there. Not so much today. Looking at today's thunderstorm outlook, possible thunderstorms along the North Gulf Coast, isolated, maybe scattered. Isolated is scattered here over much of interior Alaska, of course up the Tanana Valley over toward the eastern border area, but the a much lesser extent today than it was yesterday, and really not much going on over the Seward Peninsula in the way of any buildups. And for the chart today, weak trough right through here, good clearing up to the northwest there, and low clouds with some breaks over the north slope today. Afternoon sunshine in some areas there, as the clouds tended to dissipate a little bit during the afternoon. And then some showers with this low out over the Bering Sea and the Aleutians, mostly over the Aleutians. This one bringing some showers mostly north of the Pribilofs there. Showers decreasing today along the North Gulf Coast, south central Alaska, but covering much of southern Alaska and into the northern Panhandle. Last 6 to 12 hours, heaviest rainfall occurring up around Yakutat, maybe over toward Cordova, with much lighter amounts now down to the south. For tonight, high pressure dries it out. Maybe some clearing there, central, southern, southeast coast, lingering showers over the Lincoln Glacier Bay area, and as well as the North Gulf Coast with remnants of this weak trough here. And then scattered showers, isolated evening thunderstorms over the interior, all the way up to southern slopes of the Brooks Range. North slope, Arctic coast stays dry, and Bering Sea, not much going on. A couple of very weak systems, one actual weak low there near Atka Island, and some light rain, fog, and drizzle for the eastern Aleutians. Next system here south of Kodiak Island. Tomorrow pushes northeastward a little bit there, in toward the Gulf of Alaska. That'll spread rain from Kodiak Island up into the North Gulf Coast in the afternoon, on in across the Panhandle. Areas of rain with a weak trough here, and actually areas of showers over southern Alaska, up into the central interior, a little bit more in the way of some shower activity there, as well as the Seward Peninsula, Kotzebue Sound area. Eastward across the Yukon Flats could finally pick up some moisture there to about the Brooks Range, but the North Slope Arctic coast stays dry. And for the thunderstorm outlook for tomorrow, it'd be maybe roughly the Seward Peninsula, upper mid-Yukon River Valley areas to the flats, and then down in toward Northway there, cutting off right around Fairbanks and up to about the Brooks Range area, with little chance of any lightning over southern Alaska or the North Slope. And for Tuesday's weather, weak low up here over the upper Yukon Valley. Trough bringing quite a widespread area of showers and light rain over the southwest interior, Kuskokwim Valley, into the Tanana Valley, south central Alaska. Cloudy skies with occasionally wet conditions from Kodiak Island, Kenai Peninsula, North Gulf Coast, into the Copper River Basin, mostly the northern Panhandle now. Another system developing here down to the south, as the original one moves up to near Middleton Island there, and the front already moving through late Monday night and early Tuesday. Next one here down to the southwest, it'll be tracking northeastward as well. And for the outlook for thunderstorms on Tuesday, best chance of some isolated or scattered thunderstorms will be from the southern slopes of the eastern Brooks Range all the way down into the Alaska Range there, in the usual areas here. Upper Tanana Valley 40-mile country, maybe as far west as Tanana, but not quite to Galena. Lows tonight near 40 or in the 40s for the North Slope, otherwise 50s here everywhere else, all the way down to Bristol Bay, then back into the upper 40s and lower 50s for the Aleutians and the Bering Sea areas, and upper 40s to mid 50s for the Panhandle. Highs for tomorrow, 60 to 65 for the southeast coast, 65 to 70 up here over the eastern interior, mid to upper 60s as you head west, and then down into the 50s out to the Bering Sea, and lower 60s, southern Alaska. Lows about the same, upper 40s to lower 50s, so a little cooler up here over the interior than it has been, and 40s all the way up to the Arctic coast, 50 to 55 for the Panhandle, 40s for the Aleutians and the Bering Sea. And then the highs, 70 to 75 again, eastern interior, north of the Alaska Range, south of the Brooks Range, and 65 to 70 now as far west as possibly the lower Koyukuk Valley, lower Kobuk Valley areas, and maybe mid to upper 60s for McGrath and Nikolai, but cooler to near 60 down toward Bristol Bay. And even lower 60s now in store for Tuesday for south central Alaska, Susitna Valley, Kenai Peninsula, Mananuska Valley, upper 60s, Copper River Basin, 60 to 65 for the southeast coast. And for the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook for August 19th through 23rd, below normal temperatures into the western half of the state, and still above normal here over the eastern interior in toward Prince William Sound and the northern Panhandle.